Greetings, this is Animatronic-Artistry and welcome to my channel. This video is kind of a part 2 of my last video. So if you haven't checked it out already, I'll link it somewhere on screen. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to talk about the many variants the Marionette has. Like I said in my last video, Marionette doesn't have a lot of variants made. So it's not a lot to talk about in this section, but let's begin. Marionette has Phantom Puppet, Security Puppet, Nightmarion, and that's it. I believe Lefty could be considered a Marionette variant, but he isn't really a Marionette, he's a bear, so I don't know. The Marionette variants could be story based. Because if you think about it, Marionette is a very popular character, so you would expect a lot more variants of her to be made, but Scott, the developer of the game, didn't make any more variants of Marionette. He stopped at Final Fantasy VI and that's it. The reason why I say story based is because the Marionette variants are very specific. They look very specific. So you're not gimmicky like the glam rocks or the rock stars. They are very story inspired, if that makes sense. For example, in my last video I stated that Phantom Marionette could be another Marionette from the Fall Fest or from another restaurant. And that does make sense because Phantom Marionette is exactly the same as normal Marionette, only completely burnt. So in my last video I stated that Phantom Marionette could be a twin to the normal Marionette we know. For now we don't know who the Phantom Marionette is, because to everyone she's just Marionette. But if she's a completely different Marionette, you would expect to have a completely different personality or a completely different style. And she does indeed have a completely different style, because in Final Fantasy's world, she is depicted with teeth, like I said in my last video. You can't see these teeth in Phantom Marionette because of how dark and burnt she looks. So she may or may not have these teeth. So it makes me think, why will Scott put teeth on Phantom Marionette in Final Fantasy's world if her original model for Final Fantasy III doesn't have teeth? Or maybe she does have teeth, you just can't see them because of how dark her model is. And to prove she has teeth, I have done an experiment with a picture of her model, and you can't see she has teeth because I didn't show it here, but it's too dark to see if she has teeth or not in her original model of Final Fantasy III. So it's really dark. Her model is really dark, and if you give her like an extra gamma and brighten her image up, you can't see much in her mouth, so she may or may not have teeth. But since Phantom Marionette in Final Fantasy's world has teeth, I'm pretty sure maybe her original model has teeth as well. Because again, that's kind of random for Scott to have teeth on Phantom Marionette if her original model didn't have them. But to me, she must have teeth in her original model. But what do you all think? Now let's talk about where Marionette was built. Because in my last video, I stated that she was built in MCM, Murray's Costume Manor. But I'm not sure if that's her exact origin. I just stated that in my last video to give some kind of context of where she was from. Wasn't completely sure, but I do agree the Marionette could be from Murray's Costume Manor and be designed by Fiona Murray, the wife of Edwin Murray. Because in Secrets of the Mimic, Fiona Murray is known as a puppeteer. So maybe that could relate to Marionette because she's, well, a puppet. So that could be related somewhere in there. According to the story of Secrets of the Mimic, at the end of the game, somewhere-ish, there is a computer that states something about puppets. And I don't know if they're talking about the Marionette or something, but they're talking about puppets in a computer, a computer log called the Puppet Designs with an S at the end. So that's why I say there could be more than one puppet. And maybe the fact that Phantom Marionette and New Marionette look similar, almost the same, that could tell you that maybe they both be different puppets built around the same time. Security Puppet could be somewhere in the lineup, but I'm not sure because, like I said, the puppet that we know could be designed by Fiona Murray, but the security puppet for Final Fantasy VI could have been designed by Edwin Murray. Because his style is different from Fiona's, so that just makes more sense. But I am pretty sure that there could be more puppets made. And if I'm correct, that's fantastic. Because these theories just come to me, and if they manage to become true, that's amazing to me. Because most of my theories don't make any sense, like the Mangle's second head theory, but this one has a bit of proof to tell you that it could be something of a reality. The other marionettes that MCM built could be in storage in the MCM facility, but obviously the game didn't explore that area, and we don't know if the VR game, aka the VR version of Secrets of the Mimic, shows more than what the base game shows, if that makes sense. There are many things that still want to add to Secrets of the Mimic, but the other marionettes, since they are a secret, kind of, where are they? Because we explored most of the facility in the game, so where are they hiding? The Fiona artificial intelligence could tell us where they're hiding, but the game doesn't explore that area. So maybe in a future update, the Fiona artificial intelligence could tell us where the other marionettes are. And maybe the story can explore a different ending, perhaps. A special ending that describes what happened to Edwin. Because we don't 100% know what happened to Edwin Murray in the game, because he was alive, kind of, we don't know. Maybe Edwin is hiding where the other marionettes are hiding. And who knows, maybe Edwin will end up haunting one of those marionettes. And we get to finally see another marionette that isn't Charlotte. And the marionette we know, if that makes sense. But what do you all think? Could Edwin Murray haunt one of those other marionettes? Or what? So I'm gonna leave it here. If you guys liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe. And watch part 1 to get more, context. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.